Dixon. I'm the Drama Life Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Open. Girl, because you got to hold your breath for justice. To see justice before all face too black. Yes, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, guys, I'm coming through today. It is February the 16th, 2026. It is in 4 o'clock a.m. hour. It's actually 4:07 when I first started this video. Girl, so let me tell you why I'm up so early. Okay. So yesterday was Vizzo, right? Vizzo with the kids. Y'all know upon that usually I work the night before visitation, right? The night before visitation and all through the house. The prison wife was stirring, getting ready to see her spouse. Yeah. But instead of working the morning shift, my job had me close Friday night and open Saturday morning. So I was so exhausted. My body, not even just my body tired, my I was sleepy. I was going to bed, right? So I got up and I don't like to let a day go by. So I was doing a lot. I watched the Tupac documentary. I kept finishing the episodes of the Dear Mama Tupac documentary. I had did a video. I was doing several things around the house because I hate to let a day go because it's this thing I'm dealing with, feeling like I am just behind in my life and I need to catch up, right? So I don't like to waste any time. So I ended up still staying up late. And then I ended up having to get the kids in the morning because they were going to visit with me. My daughter had to go to work. So she puts the kids in the room like 6 o'clock in the morning. I had just went to sleep about one something, almost two. And here the kids are. So I wake up to my grandson just laying on the bed like this, just staring at me. I'm like, boy, why you already woke? And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. So he gets up. ugh, He gets up and I'm like, dang, it's time for Vizzo. I'm about to be late. So I thought I was going to be early to Vizzo for the simple fact that I had, you know, wasn't like up right before work. Like I thought flipping it around, work in the morning, then the evening was gonna make it easier for me to get the Vizzo the next day, which it didn't. It made it much harder. But I do have a Vizzo vlog coming that I'm gonna work on. Possibly. This is an irritation. I'm trying to cover it with my little dread. It's like a one of those. It's like one of those little, and it's getting bigger. Like allergic reactions is so aggravating. It's always something. I was like, I want to get up and record a video. So then, of course, I have some aggravation. I just didn't want y'all to see it. I don't want y'all to pay attention to that, but this is what life is. It'll be gone by morning. But so because of that, when I came from Vizzo, I was going to bed. I was so freaking tired that I just went straight to sleep. And my granddaughter was trying to wake me up and everything. I literally got home from Vizzo. I cleaned out my car. I heard it was raining so freaking hard. Like the wind was blowing everything. I did not move. It wasn't until about 2 a.m. that I get up and I see a video from Introverted Rockstar. And guess what it was about? Tory Lanez and his wrongful conviction is an update on his case. Y'all know Tory Lanez case, I covered that. If you go to my playlist, Florida man wrongfully convicted, because that's my husband, hashtag free Marcello, been wrongfully incarcerated for the last 24 years. And one of the hardest battles that on advocating for him and trying to seek somebody that can help me find, get justice for him. I realized telling the story multiple times that people just don't believe wrongful convictions happen. So I set out on a mission that I was going to show you how often this happens. That's how I started learning others' wrongful convictions and actually covering them. And also, I was in a lot of wrongfully like convicted like loved ones groups, and what I realized is everyone's just screaming freedom for their loved one, not knowing that if we all advocate together for everyone's loved one, we all could be heard. But the society is a me first society, me first, and who cares if you ever get your chance. So I started saying, not only am I going to advocate for my husband, I'm going to advocate, period, about wrongful convictions. And I'm going to tell everybody's story that's wrongfully incarcerated, whether it's been broken before, whether it's, how people share their petition, like I share my petition, and people are like, girl, I ain't got time to read that. I don't care. He shouldn't have never did what he did, or whatever they say, right? And they won't just read the petition. Little clicks of a finger could help put my family back together again, but nobody cares because it's not them. You don't care most times until you're placed in these shoes. By then it's usually too late, right? So I started saying I was going to tell other stories. If they're in petition phases, share your petition with me. You could share it right on my page. People used to feel iffy about that. Oh, don't share it in these criminal justice reform groups on Facebook. Don't share wrongful conviction. Don't share your own petitions. I'm like, ain't this literally like the only place for it? Like, so you make an open place for criminal justice reform, but don't want nothing said about wrongful convictions. Like, come on now. So I started being like, whatever, share it on my page. Oh, I'll share your husband's story, your loved one's story. Oh, you got a petition? Let's read it online. That's how I ended up covering wrongful conviction cases. So from the beginning, it starts out with the Corey Miller case on my playlist. Then it goes into my husband, Marcello Jackson, his wrongful conviction story. And then I started covering heavily Tory Lanez because right about that time, that story of him being allegedly wrongfully incarcerated broke. So, matter of fact, now that I done push play, record, I am sleepy. So, we may not finish the whole thing because I do get long winded and I really want to chime into this. So maybe we'll just listen. Listen. We'll listen. Sorry. We'll listen to the video, Introverted Rock Star, and then I'll go back and review because if I do all of that at the same time, we're going to be here for a while and I'm tired. I need to go back to bed. Okay, here we go. DJ Vlad just exposed Jay-Z. That's the title from Introverted Rockstar. But it ends up, at first, I'm like, I don't care. I don't even care about hip hop or nothing like that. But then when I clicked on it and realized it was about, then the thumbnail seems to look like Nicki Minaj, but I can't see. And I definitely don't care nothing about nothing she got to say. I have never been a Nicki fan, y'all. I'm sorry. And I'm not a hater. But let's play it. So once I clicked on it, that's when I realized what he was talking about. So had he had Tory Lanez on the cover on the thumbnail, I definitely would have just clicked on it. Okay. Not only that, United People was approached by a gentleman named Randy James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and had privy conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. Peterson, I'm sorry, Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with United People. And that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed United People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, I basically cracked that case. If you go back to, I knew girl, they basically, allegedly, my thoughts, my opinions. She came, they worked a deal with her, said that, look, you ain't gonna do no time behind this. All you have to say is, he did it. Like I say, all it takes is someone to say, you did it, and you will be truly missed, like for real. Like T.I. said, if I catch another case, I guess I'll truly be missed. Yes, you will truly be missed. Um, and then it was all thrown off. Like I said, a wrongful conviction is like a hot potato. Get the hot potato off of you. And they're going to throw it on the next person. They can make everything align. That's why there were so many questions. And the reason why I really wanted to cover this story was because I was reading so many of the comments, like when the Tory Lanez Meg versus Meg Thee Stallion case had came out, right? I kept saying that there were so many like comments like, no, they can't do that. They can't, this doesn't even line up with that. And I'm like, gosh, y'all are so freaking naive. It happens all the time. It doesn't matter what they say allegedly they can do by law. They do what they allegedly want to do. All they have to do is backtrack and make it all fit. They decide the outcome first, allegedly. And then all they have to do is go back and connect the dots. Whether it's we have to take out some exculpatory evidence and you never, or the jury never gets that, whether we have to will and deal and stuff like that, or whether we have to force people to testify in certain ways against you. However, we got to manipulates like man makes it. However, we got to manipulate this process, we will. But we can just, from the beginning, already have, you know, the guilt. You already have the guilt, and then you got to go back and make it result in guilt. And they have many ways, allegedly, of doing that. And I tell you guys almost every single day when I'm not vlogging, when I'm not talking about getting off my worship, I'm usually talking about wrongful convictions. And most people want me to just shut up about that. Go on, do your vlogs, girl, show us your art. But I'm tired of hearing about that. But y'all just don't realize. And like I said in my last video, I love it that wrongful conviction is almost like an FAFO situation. You truly don't give any damns, any jams, or don't give a jail about it, right? Until it happens to you. And that is when you realize, oh, shoot, I allegedly don't have all the rights that they said I have. They're violating my rights off rip. This is happening. There's nobody to help me. Like, girl.